Welcome to the InFLOW podcast. I'm your host, Michelle Bosch, and today we are going to be talking about forging a 10-year vision. Hi, I'm Michelle Bosch, real estate investor, mom, wife, and host of the InFLOW podcast, and I'm passionate about helping women invest in land and apartments. Join me each and every week for real estate investing strategies and interviews with thought leaders that will leave you inspired and ready to step into flow for inflows of cash, inflows of ease, and inflows of grace in your life. Now, here on YouTube are the video versions of my podcast, and in order for you to get my latest information, please go ahead and subscribe. And now, let's go. Hi everyone, welcome back. I'm Michelle Bosch. In today's episode of InFLOW, I wanted to walk you guys through a very awesome exercise, and this is something, it's a gift that was presented to me, and I want to present this gift to you guys. And it's basically going about creating a 10-year vision, and it goes about it in a completely different way that you may have normally done a similar exercise in the past, or when you are about to start a new year and people talk about New Year's resolutions and setting goals, and this is a different way, a different approach that I wanted to present to you today. And so what I want to say is that if you are right now listening to this, to this episode and you're driving, I would say, listen to it, that's fine. But I'm going to suggest in a moment that you close your eyes. And you, of course, you're driving, so you cannot close your eyes. But it was, like I said, a very unique way about forging and creating a 10-year vision. We're about to end, 2019, about to start 2020. It's the end of a decade and the beginning of a new one. And I thought this exercise would be, incredibly appropriate for the time right now. And so I want to ask for your permission to allow me to guide you in this journey. And if you do so, go ahead and close your eyes. And we are going to go on a journey together. And what I would like for you to do is, after closing your eyes, I will close mine as well, is to take a deep breath in and exhale out. And I want us to take another deep breath in and out. And what I would like for you to do is to, as you take, a breath in, you try to slow down your mental world. And, as you breathe out, you get in tune, perhaps with your heartbeat, perhaps with the temperature of your skin, perhaps with cold air going into your nostrils, and maybe warm air coming out of your nostrils. Maybe you want to feel the sensation of your clothing and your skin and get in tune with that. And one deep breath in and exhale. And now I would like for you to relax. Go ahead and relax your forehead. Relax your eyes. Relax your jaws. Relax your neck. Relax your shoulders. Relax your arms. Relax your chest, your abdomen. Relax your hips. Relax your legs. Relax your feet. And start to become intimate with your inner being. Maybe you tune into your heartbeat. Maybe you tune in, to that deeper, wiser part of you. And a lot of the mental chatter starts to fade away. And you connect with that inner being, and thank it for its guidance, up until this moment. And I want you to connect with the soles of your feet and feel roots going down the soles of your feet, shooting into the ground. And these roots are as deep as the roots of a majestic oak tree in a big field. And you feel the roots going down all the way into the earth. And you feel how those roots bring you strength and they bring you vitality. And this strength is entering your body through the soles of your feet, going all the way up to your head. And now I want us to go back, still while keeping your eyes closed, go back 10 years into the past. And maybe that puts you at 2009, since we're in 2019. And I want you to go back to 2009 and just quickly, calculate how old were you 10 years ago? And I want you to go to that person that you were 10 years ago. And I want you to go ahead and see, what kind of person were you physically? What kind of person were you mentally? What were the thoughts and the stories that occupied your mind 10 years ago? Who were you spiritually? Who were you when it came to skill set, capabilities? Maybe, the job that you had, the work that you were doing. How do you feel about that person, from 10 years ago? Do you feel anger? Do you feel impatience? Do you feel disappointment? Or maybe you feel compassion. Maybe you were like me and you felt, and you're feeling immense gratitude for the person that you were 10 years ago. 10 years ago, I was 33 years old and my daughter was 2 years old, and I was a new mother trying to find my way, and juggling work, juggling my ambitions, and juggling the dreams I had for myself and for my 2-year-old daughter. What were you doing 10 years ago? How are you meeting yourself right now, with that person that you were 10 years ago? And I want you to express your gratitude and compassion, and thank this person of 10 years ago. And I would love to invite you to let grace pour in like a light to that vision that you have of yourself of 10 years ago. And as that light comes in, I want you to feel it cleansing any old thoughts, any old opinions, any negative mental chatter. And just feel grace pouring in and lighting up every corner of your being and of who you were 10 years ago. And go ahead and sit with that for a moment. And now let's prepare, to come back to this present moment, to feeling today the soles of your feet. Relax your feet, Relax your legs, relax your hips, your chest, your shoulders. Relax the neck. Relax your jaws, your face. Relax your forehead. Relax the back of your head. Relax the top of your head. And now I want us to go 10 years into the future. And it'll be 2029, 10 years into the future. And if you're already there and you have a vision of who you are 10 years from now, maybe you inquire and look at how you look 10 years in the future, physically, mentally. You know, what's your character 10 years in the future? What new skills, what new capabilities do you have now? You know, what kind of parent are you now 10 years in the future? You know, how old will your children be if you are right now a parent? What kind of a lover are you? What kind of a marriage do you have? What kind of a leader are you? What is the depth of your resolve now, 10 years into the future? What confidence do you exude in 2029? What do you stand for in 2029? What goals have you achieved now that 10 years have passed? What new ways of being have you adopted? And I want you to sit with that for a moment. And again, I would love to invite you to let grace pour in like a light and see yourself in all the glory of that person that you are 10 years into the future. And perhaps you recognize that the seed of who you are 10 years from now is already sprouting, is already here. Perhaps you recognize that you are already at the beginning of the transformation that you see in that you of 10 years from now. And you marvel and you feel gratitude and you feel so much joy to discover that that transformation of the you of the future has already begun. And that who you are 10 years from now is already here. And I want you to sit with that for a moment. And I want you to take a deep breath in and exhale. And take another deep breath in and exhale. And perhaps you start again tuning in to the temperature of the air in this room, in this moment, right now, touching your skin. Perhaps you get in touch again with the sensation of your clothing touching your body. And you take another deep breath in and feel cold air coming in through your nostrils. And feel warm air exhaling through your nostrils. And when you feel ready, I want you to feel again the soles of your feet on the ground. I want you to feel your sit bones on your chair. I want you to feel your shoulders and your head above your shoulders. And if you feel ready and complete, go ahead and open your eyes. And I am so, so deeply grateful that you were willing to try something new and go on this journey with me today on, who you were 10 years in the past and who you are going to be 10 years into the future in 2029. I went through this exact same exercise a few months back, and it was such a gift to me to recognize, that the woman that I am in 2029 is already here, and it's already, sprouting. It's already there, and it was already there in the form of a little seedling, 10 years ago. And so thank you so much for allowing me to walk you, through this journey of the past and the future. And I thank you so, so much for letting me into your space. I look forward to spending another episode with you. And as we celebrate, this incredible celebration of Thanksgiving, I just thank you for tuning in one more time. Thank you for, being with me week in and week out. And I hope we can continue to spend time with each other and spending time with each other through this podcast. Thank you so much. And until the next time, bye. I hope this episode left you feeling inspired and ready to get inflows of cash, inflows of light, and inflows of faith in your life. I welcome your reviews on iTunes. Please leave me a review and help me create an amazing community of women in flow. Thank you, as always, for sharing your voice by going to michellebosch.com and joining the conversation about this show. And while you're there, grab a copy of my 10 Commandments to Living a Life in Flow. You can also follow me on Facebook at Michelle Bosch and on Instagram at Michelle Bosch Official. Thank you very much, and until the next one.